I'm going to try to conduct a meeting in maybe a little more orderly fashion than what it was the last meeting. Maybe on a more positive note, we hope. I think the people of Gilmer County deserves and a little more professional representation than what was given the other night. Who is taking the notes in the minute? You taking notes? Show the members present, the members absent. We have the minutes from the last meeting. Does anybody have any comments or corrections on those minutes? If not, do I hear a motion that we approve those minutes?
So moved. Second.
So moved and second that we accept the minutes of the previous meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, like sign. Minutes adopted. Rita, do you have a report?
I do that. Actually, this is for December and January, since January. I put January on top because we will just be discussing it. Okay, on page 1, you'll see your checking and savings accounts and Calhoun banks. You have 814.13 in the regular account. Playground 1150.82. Petty cash $100. And United, you have 12,388.71. Everything on the rest of the balance sheet is pretty much the same, and you get a copy of that each month. On page 2 is your income and expenses for the month. Show your total income for $4,072.20 and your total expenses of $6172.75. You had a loss of $2,100.55. Page 3 is the breakdown of your playground and Calhoun bank accounts, showing a balance of $1150.82 as indicated on your balance sheet on the front page, and $814.13. And if you have any questions as we go along, don't hesitate to ask.
I have one question back to page 1.
Page where?
Page 1. Calhoun Bank, did I hear you say playground account?
Playground.
Yeah, Calhoun Bank playground account, third item down. That money was spent.
It was spent when?
It was spent to buy stone.
No, it's not.
Not all.
No, that bill was sent to county commission, from what I was told.
We voted over to pay for it.
Weren't we going to split that stone?
No, we paid, you split the stone for the playground down here.
Right. Okay.
But when we ordered stone for, this is my understanding by Skip Rose, when we ordered the stone for the playground down there, to have one down there, there was 2 loads brought. They billed it to county commission, and that bill was paid by county commission.
But I think our minutes will reflect that we voted to pay that bill.
But we need a copy of the
so
bill.
there's a conflict in what our minutes say and who paid the bill. The county commission did pay the bill.
Right, it's been paid.
It got mailed to the wrong place is what happened.
It got mailed to the wrong place. The county commission did pay it, although we had voted to close that playground account out and purchase stone from Skip Rose.
We'll have to get a
So
copy
that
of the courthouse.
is kind of an error. I'm not sure whatever the county commission wants to do about it, but we had voted here to close the playground account out by purchasing stone. So go ahead, Rick. Sorry for the interruption.
That's correct. The bill was never.
No.
Go forward that.
Do you like to know how much that bill was?
I do not know.
It was 2 loads, and my guess would be probably right around $1,100
Well, that's
or
the way
so.
we figured it, because
Yep.
we was trying to use that playground.
It's $11.50 we had in there, so that would pretty well wipe it out.
We'll check into it and I'll get with you guys. I'll get with somebody tomorrow.
I would say, Brian, if you want to just give me a feel.
You gonna be up there tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions about page 1, 2, or 3? Not, we'll move on to page 4. The United account has a balance of $12,388.71. You see a list of everything that's paid for the month, January, on that page, deposits and checks. Any questions about any of those as you look down that list? Okay, the next page is a printout of the account as of the 19th that I made a deposit today. So your balance in the United account as of 3 o'clock today was $7,868.
There's another $1,100 out there.
Okay,
So, what did you say that balance was?
$7,868.70.
And how much was that, the check was up there, did you see, Lisa?
There's $1,100 up right now in deposit.
Okay.
One came in the mail today. Pardon? Yes, paid. This is where the money came from. Make sure that this paper came in today. Plus I had a for $6.
Yeah, I'll fix that when we get that. On page 6 and 7 is the balance sheet, previous year comparison. I give you those each month, and so you can take a look at what's been happening year-to-date. Also, the profit and loss information is on the last 2 sheets. Do you have any questions? The December statement you have in front of you, I think it's, I'm not sure if you want me to go over that since it's a couple months old. That's your discretion if you don't want me to. I see Dick shaking those. So anyway, you have questions? Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Do I hear a motion that we approve the financial report?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Don, second by Brian, that we approve the financial report. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, like sign. Minutes, or financial report approved.
But I do have one more thing. I'm sorry. I printed off balance sheet profit and loss statements from January through December of 2012. If anyone would like to take a look at those, I have those statements.
What was that again?
I have a balance sheet and profit and loss for 2012, the whole year.
Oh, okay.
On a month-by-month basis, if anyone would like to take a look at those.
Okay, thank you. The agenda, do we have anybody, and I'm going to try to cover this agenda kind of quickly and get down to trying to solve some practical problems. The appointment of a secretary here, so far we've had everybody, we never have a volunteer, and there's never been anybody appointed as secretary. Lisa has been keeping the minutes, appreciate that. Do we have any volunteers for secretary? If not, we're going to have to, sometime down the line, we're going to have to.
You also need to get a treasurer now since Lois resigned.
Right, that's true. Well, we should wait until we get some board members.
The reason that you have to have Bill sign.
Right. The cabin roofs, that is, we've discussed that. We've got estimates on that. There's a long history on that, and I'm not sure if there's any need to bring it up tonight. We probably have more pressing matters that we should address. The John Deere mower was having mechanical problems. We have a guy that has agreed to fix it, and I'm not sure.
Fixed them back and good.
Okay, so we overhauled that engine, believing that that was the cheapest route to go. We got a pretty good deal from John Messenger.
What'd that cost us, Bud, do you know?
Just over $200.
$300.
It was, yeah. That was with the part, the labor and everything.
And he came and got it
He
too.
came and got it, he brought it back,
Brought it
yeah. And that's why it cost more than, that much, because he had to figure.
$230.68.
Okay, yeah, okay. I knew it wasn't a lot.
And Joe Hitt, we were paying him as an employee here. Joe Hitt also done a considerable work to the zero turn mower, put a new cylinder head on it, and it appears to be in rather good operating condition now. And we got that done at a rather low cost too. But at one time last fall, at the end of the mowing season, it was down to where we had almost totally no mowing equipment that would operate. The webpage, Cindy's here tonight. Her and Jane has been working on that. I'm not sure what the progress is on that. Cindy or Jane, either one of you want to comment on that?
Yeah, the goal is to be live with that by the end of March, and that will link to an updated county commission website as well. There'll be links on that, so if someone comes to the county commission website, they can link right to your site. Because they could go directly to your site and link back to the government site if they want to look at other information about the rest of the county.
Well, now, is that going to link, like, if someone wanted to link it to recreation? Now, if I was out of state and I wanted to just put in recreation, would that pull it up from that, or would I have to do something for the government to get that pulled up?
Well, I can't say that for sure without going back and checking, but I think if you do a search, just like a Google search or anything else for Parks and Recreation, because you will have your own page, it'll just be part of a group site.
Well, I was just thinking if someone were kind of not real familiar and they were trying to find out something about it, it wouldn't do it any good to look up kind of information
Doesn't
about
it have to do with like certain words, like if they put in Gilmer County, Glenville Pool, but not hit on that website because of.
I don't know about the Glenville Pool, if that would hit on it, but I'm fairly certain that a search for parks or Parks and Recs, Gilmer County Parks and Recs, will take it to the site. You don't have to go through, it's not like you have to traffic through the commission website. You'll be able to do a search and get to your page. It's just like, it's like any other website, like if you look at a website that has a lot of different links within the site, you can do a search and you don't always go to the home page. It'll take you right to the page of what you're searching for.
Right.
And that's the way this will operate.
What she's saying, as I understand it, is a valid point that if they search Ag Barn or if they search Place to Swim in Glenville, I mean, it ought to somehow link up and bring it up.
Well, when you get into details like that, you don't know. So if you want to tell me some words that you'd like to be able to link to, like Ag Barn.
4-H, I think 4-H
we'll see
camp
what it
would be
do.
one of them.
Swimming pool.
Yeah, well, we just need to make a list.
Yeah.
Lodging,
Right.
camping.
Dining hall rentals.
Oh gosh, you guys are getting.
Yeah, we'll make a list.
You put deer
all
on
these
there,
smaller
too.
searches or not, but you know, if it would pull them all up. But if someone searches specifically for Ag Barn, I don't know. We'll have to see how detailed we can get. So if you want to give me a list of words you would like to be able to search for and link to that,
Send your
do the
question.
best we can do.
Could you list all those just under the rec center?
Right, rec center.
Well, definitely once you get to the rec center, once you get to that page, you definitely can link to all of, information on all of those. But I think this, if I'm understanding the question is, if someone goes in and does a search for
Places to swim.
Gilmer County swimming pools, they want to be sure that it's going to take them to your page, right? Right. So I'll see how detailed we can get. So if you'll give me a list of as many words as you can, do the best you can do. And if it's not satisfactory, if it's not satisfactory, you can just go back to, being your own site, so to speak. But my thought is I just feel like there's too many individual sites out there right now dealing with pieces of Gilmer County. And I'd like to see a correlation of one really, really good site that takes you to all different areas of the county. Even if they're different websites, links can be there so people can get a full flavor when they click on the site. You know, right now we have a number of different sites that people have done from their own groups or organizations.
What our major concerns here was a website that could be updated as to the calendar of events and would be updated probably at least on a probably weekly basis, where we can update that website with the events that are taking place here at the rec center, so that there will be some information out there to the public as to what the events are here.
The plan will be that your page or page will be a blog site that will make it easy for whoever you have to update it. I won't take on the role of updating it because you're there, you know what's going on, you can keep it up to date better. So it'll be a blog site, which makes it easier. You don't have to be real savvy to update a blog site, but it looks like, I mean, it's not just a blog, isn't it, talking. I mean, there are blog sites that look like web pages. And so that's the plan, that you will have access to it, and you can update it and do what you want to it.
Okay. Thanks, sir. Anybody else have any comments concerning the web page? If not, we're going to move on to item E, which is locks being changed. We had an issue here with the locks. That is an old item of business. Do you want to bring them up to date, Lisa?
Just waiting for them to get to us is what we're doing.
We entered into an agreement with the county commission that was taken up some time ago, in which there was an agreement as to payment. And so I don't think there's any new information on that. If anyone has any questions, we'll try to answer them, but I'm not sure that there's any issues out there on that. Under new business, we've got, but back under old business, we've got one other item. I believe we should, since we have met without a quorum, and to accept Lisa's resignation, I believe we should make it official here tonight that we have accepted her resignation. And I'd like to hear a motion to that effect.
Well, how about Lois Miller? Do we have to take action on that?
That's, well, she sent a letter of resignation. I'm not sure.
It went to the
County Commission makes
They
the
picked it up,
appointment on
yeah.
that, so I guess it would be up to the County Commission. Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we accept Lisa's letter of resignation that she presented to this board on, what date was that, Lisa?
Last Monday, February 11th.
Last Monday, February 11th. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Resignation accepted. Now, under new business, fundraiser for rec center, May 10th. I don't know what is that.
I had a couple of my friends contacted me about doing a fundraiser for an organization in the county, and they couldn't figure one out. And I asked if they'd be interested in doing it for the rec center, and they said yes. And I'm not going to remember the guy's name. Ed Crawford grew up around here, something. He's a singer or something. Okay, we've got him scheduled to come here and perform on May 10th. I think the concert starts at 7 p.m. They went around to local businesses, Gilmer County, other counties too, to get donations. They're going to sell tickets for entry. I'm not sure exactly. I want to say 20 for individual and 25 for couple, because that also includes a meal. They are Pampered Chef consultants, so it will be different stuff like that. And plus they're also going to, items also donate. They're going to raffle off, silent auction, hand out stuff like that too. So it's kind of going to be big, but I told them to put it on standstill because I didn't know where things were at. But as of right now, they're just not selling the tickets yet for the stuff. So I assume you all want to continue and move forward with it.
Time, May 10th, what time?
The concert's at 7 p.m.
It's on a Friday.
It's on a Friday, yeah.
I assume that the board does. We've got some time to take action between now and then and meet with those people. And
I'll say I just need to let them know if they need to continue selling tickets or not.
Right, as soon as it was, right. Anybody have any objections?
I scheduled it because I didn't think it'd be a problem, and I was here, and, I mean, it's something they want to continue to do.
I would think so.
You say $20 and put it in the meeting, right?
I'm thinking it's 20 individual, 25 for a couple. Don't quote me on that, Dawn, because I'm not sure that that is it. I can't remember. We didn't discuss it a lot because we put it on hold because I didn't know where things were going to go. And if y'all want to still do it.
I said, we're
Oh, that's why.
having to attend the, if they have any questions on it, having to
Try and
attend
come
one
to
of
March
our annual
meeting.
meetings.
Okay.
Come to the March meeting, right. Item B, new business, buck toilets.
I had a lady ask me, she had her leg operated on, and she'd like to have taller cords put in here. And I've heard this from a couple of people, that they have trouble getting up and down off these small commodes.
For handicap.
Yeah, so they'd like to have a handicap commode thing really in the dining halls where she was talking about.
We should have one in the dining hall. Have one,
That's right.
One in each one.
yes.
There's not one in there?
No.
You have stalls that are larger, but they're not handicap
They want
toilets.
the tall,
They want one,
so they don't have to,
sit down so far.
it's too hard getting up.
I had that problem.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say
They're
yes.
called seat height, I think.
Well, down here they do. Handicap down here.
This is fair,
At the barn, but no, not
I'm
at
sure
the
they
dining
cost
hall.
a little more. Did you do any research on, or we did that, any research on price wise?
That's been so long ago, I forgot.
As far as the cost, they pretty well run the same cost as a regular toilet.
Oh, are they?
There's not a real big difference in price. I'm going to say if it's a difference, it's maybe $5 or so. It's not a lot.
Wouldn't you know, to switch them out, or you gotta do just
Because the ones down here at the Bennett Building, if I recall correctly, were $70 or $80 a piece, I think. And he got them in Hardeman's. They weren't extreme, I mean.
You want to check on the cost of one, Buck? I'd like to check on the cost of one, we'll bring that back to the next meeting and see what can be done about it.
We might be
No, they're not.
considering how many we're gonna need, too.
You need two, is what you would have to really need. Because then you only have two stalls that are large enough for them, one in the ladies' room and one in the men's room. The other stalls won't be big enough for a handicapped individual to get in there with a
But we
wheelchair.
should have one for
Yes,
each
yes.
big meal.
And the ones down in Bennett Building.
Are handicapped, yes, yes.
Check on those, Buck, and we'll bring it up. Make a note in the minutes
I can.
to put it on the agenda for next month's meeting. Do we have anybody from the public that would like to make a comment? Okay, go ahead.
My name is Mike Conway. I think everyone knows that I'm from Normantown. And I just want to speak in support of the recreation center. I do feel it's about the only place we have in town right now that I know of for the children to come to. That's within walking distance of many of the families, where most of them are centrally located. And I would hate to see it go away. Public depends on it. Senior citizens rely on it. It's used as a facility for emergency and has been for many years. But I also know that it requires a lot of maintenance. I understand the monetary difficulties, but I strongly urge the commission to make an effort to keep this rec center alive. It does mean a lot to the city of Glenville and the people in the rural areas. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. We're meeting here tonight for the lack of a quorum at our last meeting. We had some behavior that I'll apologize for. Taxpayers of Gilmer County deserve better. And I've thought about some since that event. I showed cattle here in the 60s as an FFA member when you had a little barn up here. And at that time I had Scott's End, and Hayward Fir, and Kemp Gum, and there was hardly anything here at that facility at that time. This facility has made a lot of progress through a lot of hard work, through a lot of volunteer hard work. So I think we should be positive. I think Larry said move forward. I think we have had some rough sailing here for a while, but I think it is time to move forward. I think it's time to remember the days of Everett Mason, when Everett Mason was dedicated to this facility, when they had considerable funding federal revenue sharing fund. They built this facility up. They built it up. We had county commissioners that was interested in the facility. County commissioners that spent considerable time, effort, and money here at this facility. They even advanced this facility probably beyond their ability to maintain it. I mean, they built tennis courts and things that in recent years, with the lack of funding or with the end of the federal revenue sharing mainly, were not even hardly been able to be maintained. So I believe there's indeed a big progress. I think we have had, I think we need to go back and look at the title in which we, the people of Gilmer County, received this property and what they said it was all about for the recreational purposes in Gilmer County. I think we should concentrate on that and see what it takes to improve this recreational facility here and the services that is provided for the people of Gilmer County. Now, my behavior was probably not upholding to that, but actions in the past has not been upholding to that either. So I think it's time to move on. I think Larry Chapman made a pretty positive statement here the other night. He sat around and kept his mouth shut and come up with a little hope for the future, I guess. But I think we need to all work together with a goal in mind. And the goal in mind is to improve this recreation facility and to improve the services and what it offers to Gilmer County. Now, I know there is a problem with financing recreational facilities. And it's not here at the local level, it's not at the county level, it's at the county level, it's at the state level, and it's at the national level. I don't think there's any state park in the West Virginia that operates at a profit. They all operate at a deficit. So this service is to be provided for the Gilmer County, and they're going to have to expect that it's going to be operated at a deficit. That there's no way, if you're going to use it as a recreational facility, that's going to be a profitable operation. Now, I've thought of ways how we could do it. We were lucky at one time to have a way to do it, but I don't see any of that in the future. But I think we need to get together here tonight, County Commission and this board, and set some goals and plans for the future, not rumors and talk. And then, we've fought that around enough. That has been fought around enough. I'm not sure how long it has been fought or how long it has been going on, but we need to put all that behind us. And I thought about what you said, Larry. Put this behind us, forget about the whole darn thing, and look forward and go from this day on. Now, can everybody agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, let's try to proceed here tonight then in a positive manner and see what we can do to improve not only the financial status, but the recreational opportunities that is offered by this facility.
There's a lot of that says the more we improve the place, the more we build, the more there is here to take care of it.
Right.
So you gotta have more labor, you gotta have more everything. Now, if we stayed like we were, all you had to do was somebody cut grass. But now you've got a lot of cleaning to do. You got the building, we got the new toilets up at the barn, you got the new pavilion down there, look at the playground down there.
I think those are all things that need to have to be considered when you're looking forward. I've been mayor and I've been a county commissioner, and I've seen things that were great projects and were assets at the time that actually created responsibility down the road.
That's right.
And were an expenditure when it was over said and done.
They didn't pay for it, just what we got to pay for it. They just like your house. When you buy the house and you ever quit working on it, it's going to fall down. It's constantly going to cost more.
Well, I'd like to say too that I came here in 1974, and this was Brian Skinner took me in, and you know, I worked up here at nights, worked for Bob at the shoe factory during the day. and Viola Skinner, and Mr. Mason, and Harlan Hogue also. I'm telling you, those were some fine folks, and they were very hard-working, dedicated folks. And it's just like you said, I did some research. The pool wasn't built till '78. It was finished in '79, and the dining hall was built, in '65, but it was built by the people of Gilmer County. And this recreation center is for the kids of Gilmer County. I mean, let's say even 25 years ago, we didn't have all the craziness going on, but we had, 4-H camp up here. And that's what this recreation center should be all about. It should be about the youth of Gilmer County. And now we've even got Lewis County coming here, for 4-H camp. We've got, last summer we had every week, but the 2 weeks we lost from this ratio. It's non-stop kids up here, and that's what it should be all about. Now, do we make a profit? No, we're not profit. But yeah, we need to figure out some way to keep our head above water. So, but a lot of it is from the older folks that really, those people were hard-working people.
The other thing is too, Susie, I think, and we're lucky to have a board that you guys are spend the time you do and have the time, because the world spins awfully fast anymore. And those of us, I'm one of them, out there trying to make it, trying to raise a family. You can't do it on 40 hours a week.
I agree with you, Brian. You're right.
You can't do it, and there was a lot of those people that you mentioned that had good jobs, and maybe they were better at managing their money than I am, because they worked 40 hours a week or a regular job, and I'm not saying anything about me. I'm talking about all the people out there that you say, well, I wonder why this one's not helping or that one's not helping. Well, they come in after working 55 hours a week, and a little bit of time they got left, they want to spend with their kids or their wife or their husband or their, and my point to that was, we're lucky to have this board that does have some time. I too made some comments that I got a little bit out of line, and I apologize, and the taxpayers do deserve a better, but you're absolutely right. I've got one more thought.
Before you get started, I think there's a little misunderstanding that when we started the meeting there together, the discussion, that you were over your budget. You were over your budget, your initial budget of $16,000. But on February 5th, the county commission put into your account another $16,000 as of February. So you all were having $32,000 from us. I think everybody was understanding you were over your budget of 16 and there was no more money for you at that point. What brought this to the table, if I'm not wrong with the commission, is looking into your next year's budget. This is where we were worried with money on there. But you do have 16 more thousand to work with for until June.
Okay, there's one other thing. I'm sorry, I got out of, I'm just looking back at my minutes here. There's a few practical problems that we need to solve with this weekend coming up, and or no, not this weekend, but the next weekend with the West Virginia Trappers Fur Auction here, and I think we'll address that, and then we'll move on. But I forgot about it, Lisa. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Lisa brought it to my attention that she said she would be able to work then if there would be an agreement as to pay, as to compensate, paying her for this working this weekend. She doesn't know for sure yet whether or not she can. Is that what you said?
Right, I won't know
But we
until
need
she's
to-
what schedule is.
We need to plan somehow to make sure that we do have this facility is going to be open and available. I just talked to Chad Darrell Mendigar, for Lisa did. He agreed to come up here and give them the key Thursday evening so they can get the facility open. But we need to work out something as to pay, and that is action that this board should take. So what do I hear from the board as to how we're going to handle this?
Are we talking about paying Lisa?
If Lisa can be available, what did you say?
I can't Friday. I wouldn't be available probably after 5 or 6 on Friday evening.
But you can
That's
work.
March 1st. Because technically, tonight's my last night as far as the notice.
Okay, the cook said they would work, though, right?
Yes.
The cooks are working, right?
But you have to have someone here working. You have to have someone here Friday to collect the money when they come through the line and buy the food.
Okay, yeah, what about ordering the food and stuff?
Truck order needs to be planned on Tuesday, needs to be ordered on Wednesday.
Who's doing that?
We need to discuss that, figure that out. But I'm owed a week's vacation from last year, so that'll carry me through from tomorrow to next Friday. So technically,
Are any of the cooks want to good enough they could do it?
I don't know they know.
I'll come
Do
over
the truck
food,
order,
I'll come over the food. Do we have a number?
they come to see you,
Good.
Franny.
Now, I know Franny all too well, I work with her too.
Yeah.
I'm saying, do we have a number as far as how many
You
people?
don't have a number. You reach in the dark and figure it out. There is no number.
Well, give them approximately
What I
we
do
had
is,
before.
what I do is keep track of what I did last year. Because March is really big, and I have those numbers from their menu last year. And I already have the menu made up.
Franny
I'm
comes
going-
to see you on Wednesday when she comes.
Wednesday morning at 9.
Okay. I will call her here just a little bit.
You have the menus?
She's on vacation.
I say you know what the menus are?
Yes.
But last year,
But when you-
remember, don't get carried away because remember what
Last
happened
January
year?
is bad. March is usually good.
Okay.
But it still needs to be adjusted. But I've got them numbers already figured out. But you've also got to go through and figure out what you've got back here and what you need to get, because there's some
That's
stuff
fine.
you do have.
The food problem's no problem. The labor is the issue.
They, cooks have said they would, right from my understanding.
Yes. Dolly,
Good.
Dolly and Tater are going to do it Friday. The meals. Again, somebody has to be here to collect the money. Saturday and Sunday, Melody and Connie will do it.
All you need is the food order and the menu, right? Or the food order for the menu, right?
Yes.
What are the responsibilities, Bud, of what we need covered other than, the food I got, that's not a
We
problem.
need somebody to collect the money at the end of the food line.
And to assist in the kitchen as needed.
And they take their own tickets as they take up their own tickets
There's no
at
tickets.
the door?
There's
fee
no
at the
charge
to
at
get
the
in?
door, no.
The only thing we need is somebody to,
Food, you sit there, don't know what goes into the.
no.
At the end down there. at the
This
end
is
of the
Friday
line.
and Saturday or
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What are those dates?
First, second, and third.
Second and third.
Breakfast is served, the first meal is at 11:30 on Friday, evening meal is done at 5. Breakfast on Saturday mornings at 7:30, lunch Saturday at 11:30. Evening meal Saturday evening is at 5. Sunday breakfast, Sunday lunch, and it's done as far as meals go. Sunday breakfast is at 8 a.m. though.
And when will you know whether you can or
Tuesday.
have interest in this?
I should know Tuesday. I will help. I don't have a problem. I already told Bud them I would. I know I won't be able to Friday because I will have weekends off unless something comes up. But I should know Tuesday what my schedule is for next weekend. Because as you know, it runs Wednesday through Tuesday.
At
So,
least as far as I know, I could help you on Friday and Saturday. I won't
Okay.
commit to Sunday.
and that's another thing. On Friday, someone's going to, usually I take out the trash, like out in the dining hall stuff. Dolly and Tater can't lift that much. I mean, Tater just had surgery, so she can't be lifted and stuff, so,
I can read the trash.
okay.
You say you can have it?
And as far as the truck order goes, there's so much I get from Windlings, and then I get stuff from Foodland, like I get the baked steak from Foodland. I fry the baked steak up on Friday to get it ready, well, no, because we'll do the chicken on Saturday, the baked steak on Sunday.
Right, none of that's an issue. The food's just not an issue at all.
You say you could take the money up there?
Yeah, I could work Friday and Saturday,
I don't-
whichever.
I don't think he's saying he'll take the money. He's
Okay.
telling, I don't think he's saying he'll take the money. He's saying he'll help.
And I can't smell anything, so that's the smell of love.
What's that?
I said, I can't smell anything, so the smell will serve them above
Oh.
the
And
Well,
when you serve
would
on
you
Sunday,
take-
you serve breakfast on Sunday?
Breakfast.
Lisa said she didn't think
What
she
time
would
is
volunteer to
breakfast?
collect the
8
money.
on Sunday.
Are you
I
volunteering?
can do that or whatever she needs.
He said she'd do that. He'd do that.
What's he gonna do?
He'd collect.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
Whatever.
What are the meal times on Friday?
11:30 and 5.
Is there much of a meal here at 11:30 on Friday?
You have more at lunchtime than you do on,
I'm just saying on
evening.
Friday versus.
I have to look, I don't remember the number, Brian. I'm going to say,
It's not that.
I can't imagine that there, I mean,
I'm going to say it's 25 or 30 people.
yeah. But I'll be here on Friday lunchtime to look over the kitchen too. I can come about, I don't work typically on Fridays, but I'll come, I can be here.
11.
I can be here, yeah, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
What time you want me here on Friday?
Well, no, Brian said Friday, didn't he?
No.
Friday,
Yeah.
yeah. I said I'll be here to help him in the kitchen, look over the
He has
kitchen.
to
and
collect the money. What time do you want him to collect the money?
It's 11 o'clock and
11 o'clock?
11:30.
You need to be 11 to get it out the door and everything. It's not a register. You just have to count money back and everything.
Have to be what? I can do that.
Have we got any other volunteer for Sunday?
Sunday's been good for me.
Judge,
If I
you
mean,
want to transfer a day and
he can't do that.
he can't?
No, he can't. He's not allowed to work.
What's if we're gonna have to hire somebody else,
Darrell?
Saturday I do 4-H basket bingo,
Oh.
and then I have my daughter's birthday party Saturday evening, and then I take her back Sunday.
I think
That's
the
when I talk to Lisa, you're doing the calling or
fire department's got that Saturday.
That's Saturday evening.
Nobody, what day is that?
Second, March 2nd at the senior center.
Nobody's never contacted me.
I thought they said you were doing.
I can.
Well, I'll find out.
I've got one the 23rd, I think.
The Ferguson girl, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one scheduled
Yeah.
for the 23rd.
But I thought they told me you were calling, but maybe not.
I might be able to help on that Sunday, but I won't know until
March
this
2nd
Sunday.
at the senior center.
it sounds to me like we,
I'll
but
have to check with Lisa then.
I think we probably ought to, and this is just my thoughts, but I think we probably ought to go into an executive session here and discuss what we're gonna pay somebody and just plan on hiring somebody to help with this thing a few hours. Because I don't think there's enough volunteer help here to do it.
Well, yeah, we can try that and see what the, does anybody know anybody? Oh, okay.
The doors open at 5 and the game starts at 6. No, game's open at 12 and doors open at 12 and game starts at 1.
I move we go into executive session to discuss an hourly rate for temporary help.
Do we need an executive session for that?
You do, at least it's gonna be one of being vetted.
Oh, okay. Okay, everyone except for the board members.
Tuesday, when I get my, Monday or Tuesday when I get my schedule. I just know.
Move it back into session, then we go back into regular session.
So moved.
And move to Brian, second by Don Bailey, we go back into regular session, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. We're back in regular session. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we pay Lisa to work Saturday and Sunday at the rate that she is getting now, and just have it prorated for that, the hours that she works.
It doesn't need
And
to signify
Rita,
Lisa, Jamie.
and Rita will,
It doesn't need to signify Lisa, because what if it's not Lisa?
All right, that's probably true. We might have to get somebody else possible.
okay, well, whoever works on Saturday and Sunday, if Lisa is not available and the person that does work, the same salary that she gets.
Brian,
Brian made it.
Brian did,
Don second.
and James making this motion.
What were you saying?
And, well, I was gonna say, and have Rita, she'll figure that out when she writes payroll.
Are you moving, was it your motion or did Brian?
It was her motion.
It was James'
You
motion.
understand what she's doing to you, Peter?
Well, she is.
It comes out to 11 and 11 an hour if you base it on an hourly rate based on 40 hours a week for 52 weeks, is what it is.
Well, your motion states her salary broken down into a 40-hour work week is what we're willing to pay whoever helps. And I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carried. Do There was also a comment made, no action taken, but a item of business that we had missed on the agenda, it was not on the agenda, but a item that needs to be taken up tonight, and that is publication of the job opening here for the position of director. Lisa has brought to my attention here that there is she's got a copy of the ad apparently that we ran when the job was published, when you was on it.
You ran so many different ones, but this is just one that I pulled that they all pretty well said the same thing.
Okay, pass it down there. It's just a copy from the newspaper ad that was published when the job was vacant before.
The only thing different that I recommended you change is send resume to the post office box.
What is it?
Is the salary position the same?
I'll take that off.
Yeah, I'll take that off, right. Never be open to negotiate.
What kind of a date?
You're gonna have, the application will be accepted on what's the last day?
Put 2 weeks from whenever you're putting it in the paper.
When the paper for next week, yeah.
Just till it's filled.
You need an end date. You need a deadline.
And take out the salary?
Let me see that thing.
And give the address. Give the address.
Yeah.
What is the address on that?
It doesn't. It
Doesn't
says
have
pick up
that.
application, that's where you need to
I
put the
volunteer
address.
Jane to take care of that.
I'll just pass it right back to her.
No, pass it back to her, and then when you're done with it, you have to read it, put back in the file up there.
You need
Did you get this?
here.
You need a
We
motion,
got,
you need a motion to
advertise this position, right.
I make the motion that we advertise the position for Recreation Center Director.
Okay, and while we have the press here, we will agree on a ad to put in the paper, so would that be all right?
It'll be published on Wednesday, the 27th, and
Carry
2 weeks after that would be the 13th of March.
Jane, Dave will do.
1 week after that would be the 6th, 3 weeks would be the 20th. Naturally, 7 days apart.
We will, what is the pleasure of the board as to the length of time?
2 weeks.
I'll amend my motion then, how's that be?
Okay.
I move that we post the position and that we put the cutoff date, it'll come out, what, the 26th?
13th.
And we put the cutoff date as of the 13th of March. I put a time on it too.
I'd say postmark.
What time?
I would
The
put
mail
postmark.
starts at 4, when we advertise it, we start at 4.
Okay, at 4 o'clock on the 13th of the third month, 13th.
Okay, does it have an address where to send that resume? or
What is the address?
P.O. Box 306.
Yeah, we don't have an application, so it should be resume.
Right.
So who will we have picking up the mail? Well, we'll have to.
That stuff's gotta be discussed.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
There's a lot, it's just not as simple as a weekend.
Uh,
So,
Anyway, I hear a motion that we do publish this.
we need a second.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we move it on, second by Susie Kirkpatrick. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, like sign. The ad to be published will be given to the press here tonight. If y'all stick around.
So I'd like to go back just a little bit to the new business and go ahead and move to give Buck the authority to go ahead and purchase those 2 handicap hire toilets.
That you're moving to
I'm
do that?
moving to go ahead and give them the authority
All
to.
right, here, second to Brian's
I'll
motion.
second it.
Second to Susie Kirkpatrick, motion by Brian Kennedy, that we go ahead and purchase what now?
Two
The
commodes.
two
Two handicap
Handicap,
commodes.
two.
Two handicap commodes
for the dining hall.
for the dining hall. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Who seconded?
Opposed?
I did.
Like sign. Motion passed, voice vote. If there's no other items of business, we're kind of jumping around here due to some items that didn't appear on the agenda, of nobody's fault, other than mine for getting what Lisa told me to bring up. Now we get back to the original, our last, what we were discussing about the future of the rec center. Anybody want to make a statement or come up with any
But
suggestions?
I got something to say, and I've got some ideas here, but I really think, in order to say going over something 2 or 3 times, we ought to run through this thing quickly, but as far as this workshop goes, and I'm just one person here with, my thoughts on this are, as far as this workshop goes on how we're going to make things better and the people we're going to reach out to and the things we're going to do, I think that us getting together at a later date, Bud, would better our purpose, because I think there's more people that need to be here. I think possibly we need a representative from the board, and we need a representative from the college, and people that we're going to reach out to try and come and utilize our facility and sit here and brainstorm with us.
Well, you want this, are you saying to advertise this as a regular meeting in a regular meeting?
I'm not
or a special
sure,
meeting?
yeah, I'm not really sure how, you understand what I'm saying though at the end. I'm not really sure how we need to go about it. I think we need to advertise it maybe, or maybe not advertise it, but have a workshop, and not to not have any discussion here tonight, but out of the shorter discussion that we have here tonight, so that we don't stay till 11 o'clock and come back the next time and just discuss the same thing over again.
All right.
Why don't we go ahead and have a brief discussion here and brainstorm and decide who's going to help, and then reach out to those people and have a representative come to our work session, so that when we throw these ideas out, we've got their side of how things are going to be, and whether we can get some help, or whether we can help them, or form a partnership with them or not, you know. And maybe I'm off base, but like I said, I'm just trying to save everybody from being here another couple hours and then us just going over the same thing again.
I understand what you're saying. Does anybody else have any comments on that?
Well, and of course, we need someone, that's a good idea. We need someone from Extension.
Right.
We need a 4-H agent in here.
Yeah, we need to try to encourage them to use our facilities instead of taking their business other places. Since
So I've
this
got
is a
college,
great
board of
facility.
education, extension,
Farm Bureau, farm service people.
Someone from the travelers I would recommend.
Oh, shoot, Gary,
They're just from the
Gary.
fire department,
He's
so they do a lot.
Yeah, Bush.
She's off.
Sounds awesome.
President.
fire department.
I saw it's like,
He's off like, what?
I was just, are you getting those down?
I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
With everybody else, see, I should be the secretary.
4-H,
Yeah, they do.
I got extension work, I got fire department. Whoever can read these departments.
Pardon?
Maybe even Dave Millard, the economic developer. Dave Millard, he might have some ideas.
Dave Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and would we say EDA?
Yep.
I've got college board of ed extension.
I've got college, board of education, extension, farm bureau, fire department, EDA.
Trackers. They use it 3 times a year.
Yeah, we can see where we can
I
better.
can't hear you, Dave. FRN?
4-H,
They're on here.
That
Extension.
EDA should be /farmers market.
yeah.
Things they can expand.
Bill Cunningham uses the facility, probably makes mark, a couple times a year.
CEOS,
Seniors, FRN, I've got,
how about the CEOS?
Well, your extension office would work with the CEOs, wouldn't it? wouldn't the extension office be part of the CEO's duties
Yeah.
as they organize?
Well, it's the other way around. CEOS is part of the extension.
Okay.
office.
I don't know if you get him back in full conservation service or not.
You're gonna have to. This
How about the trailer?
Okay.
Trailer out there?
Yeah, they've been participating here and,
Trail riders. Trail riders.
yeah.
You got the how about Susie's? Emergency services or?
I'll be here.
What else do you have that we can, what other business do you have?
You can worry about
We
it.
can help you with, we can work on.
What about the Lions Club?
Yeah.
Yep, 2, 3.
They're all trying to move right now.
That's right.
Oh, is it?
Up in the lights.
Has anybody got any other organization to add to the list?
Might check the superintendent's school.
We got Board of Ed.
Recreational facilities within the county, Cedar Creek State Park. I mean, if we're coordinating recreational services, we,
And you put lines right there.
okay, how are we gonna make notifications to these people? I think we need to wait till we probably need to wait till we get a director on board.
You realize that's possibly.
We need to
6
get
weeks.
it now, because it's not gonna be long, another month. People's gonna be out working in the gardens and doing all kinds of stuff, so you better
gonna
get
send
them
these?
before they get busy doing a bunch of
Well,
stuff.
who's gonna send these invitations out, or are we gonna do it by
Word of mouth.
news, public
What are you
news?
you gonna run a notice in the paper or something like this?
Whatever.
Get a hold of them, just,
Who's gonna do that?
These
Well,
people.
well,
Brian is.
Brian, that's what he's done. He's on the list.
Okay.
Really, can you get Gary to volunteer?
I know that my hands say, y'all know, I can't afford it.
What are you talking
I think you took down some.
I've got
That's what it looked like.
about? Qualified for that except for.
Brian, go,
Yes.
go over your list, please, make sure I've got them all.
College, Board of Education, Extension, Farm Bureau, Fire Department, EDA, Trappers, FRN, Seniors, Lions Club.
Trail riders, trackers,
I got Trapper.
4-H.
and the farmers
Yeah, it's-
market. 4-H is extension, you've already got that. Missed somebody already.
Emergency service.
Yeah.
What is there to be generated by OEM, you think?
Well, we use this as a shelter, and I'm still trying to get a generator,
Right.
so
Okay.
this is our #1 shelter.
Okay.
Another thing too that I think that we need to be talking about too is what are we gonna do like for the next 3 weeks? I have an idea.
We've kind of, Jed, he works here 4 days a week. He knows the facility pretty well, and the big problem we have with Jed is, no, we don't have any supervisor.
I'd come up and stay with him, I've done it before.
Do we pay, is his pay through that senior program like
Yes.
before? What about Margaret? Can we get her back for,
She's not interested.
is she not?
No.
What, now, Judd, how many hours you
Can we call her though?
She called me
How many
today.
hours?
And then wanted me to make sure that everyone knows she did not want to do it,
Yep,
she is not,
4 days.
remember, she's not interested.
I'll come babysit with you, Judge.
7, okay, 7 is, you have to be up here at 7 o'clock. 7 to 5, or 12,
So what's
5 hours a day.
What do the duties entail or what has to be done?
He's on that, he has to have a supervisor.
Yes.
No. As an interim director here for the next 3 weeks, what are the responsibilities?
Someone has to be in charge of him.
Somebody has to be in charge
Somebody's
of
gonna
him.
answer the phone. case somebody cancels or somebody wants to make it.
Checking on my heating.
It should be pretty calm the next 3 weeks.
That's-
Without
now we're
a
getting
lot of
to that.
activity.
Right.
Except for the
The main
March
thing is
2nd.
The next
that
3 weeks,
program.
She's got the calendar.
the next 3 weeks, you have Zumba in dining hall, 3 nights a week. You have the barn being used 3 nights a week. They do have keys for that. You have the trappers next weekend. After that, other than Zumba and the daily kind of stuff going on, nothing scheduled. March 22nd, you have an elimination dinner. 23rd, you have a bingo. That's nothing. Coon hunters on the 30th. April, you have every weekend.
Then realistically, best case scenario, we hire somebody on the 13th. You're gonna be looking at the 27th before they can start. If they
Yeah,
can get
you would get your applications and resumes by the 13th. You're going to review them for a week. You're going to interview the next week. I'm thinking 6 weeks is what you're looking at.
I'm
If they have to-
not thinking anything about 6 weeks, but, when we get those applications in, we'll be reviewing them before as they come in. Somebody will, and then we'll get together and sort through them, and then we'll interview very, very quickly. There's no way 6 weeks can go by. But it's,
The last time.
sure, and that's what I said, best case scenario, to hire somebody the 20th, then they have to give 2 weeks' notice. You're 14 days out from that. So I guess you're looking at 5 weeks, Lisa, in your defense, best case scenario.
Best case. And the first week in April is the shooting sports camp. And there's usually.
Sounds to me like we better be hiring some sort of an interim here.
Back up to the Zumba, do they have keys to it?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
I'll come up and help Judge through the week. But now, somebody's got to answer the phone.
Somebody's getting.
I can't hear, and it's hard to tell what I had to do.
Schedule events.
I just think it's crazy. I mean, I understand that everybody's willing to volunteer when they can, but when something gets messed up and then everybody's all stressed out because everybody's volunteering, I think it'd be a whole lot easier if we could find somebody or somebody knew of somebody to hire an interim and put this on their shoulders.
Does anybody know about it?
Well, it's kind of hard to come up with someone just right now to fill that position, I
Or
think.
even if they would be interested.
I'm not sure now, if all they talk about maybe one of those, maybe hard to get somebody. Because they're gonna be afraid to take the job, and not be out of a job shortly.
Okay, what, just,
But for someone to answer the phone and schedule stuff, you could probably the other one.
Well, how about that cell phone? Did we get that cell phone to?
Whoever takes a cell phone needs to have cell phone service
The
contact.
county commissioners get it.
Who is
when
that?
it-
Which one is it?
It's all one.
I don't know which one of these,
Cindy asked about what the number of the commission.
oh,
Rolling over the
the
number of
name of
commission.
it hit me right in the face. We,
Your house phone, I
Well,
said,
she's gonna be,
that's
she'll
too
be
much.
there all the time.
I'm listening, bud.
It's a lot. She's there every day.
Lisa just gave me, a resume here that she has from Tina Persinger that, when did you submit this?
When you came in this evening.
Oh, okay. Well,
She
Tina
gave-
Persinger has a resume here. Whoever, I assume, is that Jack Persinger's daughter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pass that around, everybody take a look at it. And there was also another name she gave me was Brandy Williams, but she has a, does she have a resume here?
No, she's the one that might be able to help in the office answering the phone and stuff for a little while, scheduling stuff on your calendar.
Oh, she's
She
not-
doesn't currently have
Wait
a
a second,
job.
guys.
Okay, but she doesn't
We
have.
gotta advertise this at least a week.
Huh?
She doesn't want this.
I
We
don't
can't
know.
just hire somebody off that resume. We
No,
gotta.
but I'm just
No, no.
bringing it to attention, she just brought it to my attention, so
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. I would move that we put it in the paper next week, advertise for 1 week for an interim director to get us through the next 5 to 8 to 9 weeks. And let that interim go ahead and reapply for the permanent position.
if they so choose.
Huh?
Yeah, if they so choose, that's a good idea.
If they're here a few weeks, they may say everyone doesn't do this.
So that would be the,
I guess I'll just write that down.
Do I hear a second to Brian's motion? Second to Brian's motion.
that would be the ad going in the paper on the 27th. And the application, closing, no longer taking applications, the 6th at 4 o'clock.
Do I hear a second to Brian's motion?
I'll second it.
Moved by Brian Kennedy, second by Susan Kirkpatrick, that we advertise for an interim director here at the rec center. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign.
And we'll have to meet that evening.
Motion carries by voice vote.
For the next day.
Yeah, we'd have to meet on the 6th or the 7th.
If they drop their resume in on the 6th, I would recommend the 7th. At the 6th, you're not going to get it till the 7th.
This is the girl you're taking her place? She worked in.
No, she works up there with me.
She works up there now. Oh, she does. Okay, we're advertising in for, we're going to have 2 publications going in the local papers.
Or somebody, do we need the verbiage for that interim position together, or?
Am I doing that one too?
Yeah. You might as well, there's no sense in 2 people doing one.
Okay, what is it? What are you wanting?
I would just take off this. You don't have it.
What do you want?
This one. It's the Gilmer County Rec Center Park and Recreation Center is advertising for an interim director's position.
Sitting at the end of the table here the other night, short dark hair.
And send resume to
Pretty
his
much
office.
like that.
This, yeah, this,
What do you want, one put a time frame on there? I mean, this
yeah, put the
is
date
a
on there.
temporary, this is a temp.
Yeah. Well, I think interim pretty well takes care of temporary, doesn't it?
Can I make a comment or a suggestion or some thought to consider under advertisement if it's not already there? And Jane, I don't know, her business, she's before she did, she's probably written ads before, but it would probably be wise to consider putting in your ad that either one of 2 things, that you reserve the right to refuse all applicants, or that you reserve the right to extend the deadline. Otherwise, you would stop.
We got into that same thing once before here.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. Thanks, that is a good point. We made that mistake once before. Shouldn't have made it again.
That's what we got you here.
27th and the 6th, Brian.
27th and the 6th.
27th that goes in the paper, the deadline's the 6th. Postmarked by the 6th.
At 4 p.m.
What was it, 27?
Because it has to be sent.
Okay, moving forward,
This is
we've got our ads. Now, when are we going to meet? Back as a group to go over this application. Let's set that date too.
The 8th is a Friday, but, and then the following Monday is the 11th.
March 8th, you know, it's not on this calendar, you have a bingo.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, the
11th is
then.
911 meeting.
Huh?
11th is a 911 meeting in Lewis County. So
Okay.
Daryl, I mean, I'll be gone. So,
Well, yeah, okay.
that's not a one meeting. That's not a one meeting. It's probably on the 11th. The 11th is not a one meeting.
We can't partner with them. don't know, Jeff.
What are you talking about, March 11th? What is, besides another one? I missed it.
That's it for me, and
But for what reason?
She can't be here.
For what? Be here for what?
for the, to choose whoever we're gonna pick.
That I need to know, are you all wanting the commission to collaborate with that again? Your bylaws say you.
I think we need to work together now, and, I have no, I mean, I know what the code says, I know what the bylaw says, but I think we need to work together.
We're willing to do that.
And, I have no problem with it.
How about the 12th then?
Oh,
The 12th of March? That's gonna be the Tuesday after, it closes on a Wednesday, but everything that's postmarked for that Wednesday, you would have it by Friday, probably, unless it was sent, but if you waited till the 12th, you would definitely have it if you sent it from Nebraska.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Okay, can everybody agree on Wednesday, what is the date?
Oh, that's a Tuesday, March
That's
12th.
a Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Tuesday, March 12th.
at
Uh,
the time.
but, I mean,
Okay,
we'll
Tuesday,
put them 15 minutes apart. You're gonna, and you better start them as early as you can. We better start them as early as we can.
You think it'll be that many?
I don't know.
The earliest I can get here is 4:45.
It's 5 o'clock too early?
I can do 5, I have Lions Club at 6, so I may have to leave for a little bit.
I'd say that'll catch it 15 minutes apart.
Now, one point I want to bring up, we did it the other time, we want the same thing to happen. If you're going to interview these people, you got to be here from the first one to the last one. You can't come in and listen to one and say, well, I want this one, you didn't even hear that other one. So whoever interviews them's got to be here the whole time.
okay, Buck, what
Because they didn't fair to somebody, you say, well, I like this one, and you didn't hear that one, so you don't know whether you like them or not.
well, I'm going to call a special meeting for March 12th, 2012. So at that time, we can take action as a board on, we can accept if an applicant, if we believe they're qualified and we believe that's the person we should hire. We'll set a meeting on that date
Okay.
so that we can take, pardon?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is this for the director?
Interim.
The date that you have for the last day of acceptance is March 13th.
This is the interim.
This is for the interim.
Okay, sorry.
But I'm calling a special meeting so that meeting can be published and so that we can take action on that particular date at the end of
Because
the
those applications
interview.
are due by the 16th,
Okay.
and then we should have them by the 11th. Everything should be in by the 11th.
Okay, set a time for that meeting, March 12th, 2012,
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Everybody agree?
Yeah, and the meeting is to include the interviews.
Right. We interview and then we can have a meeting where we can take action if we need to.
So who's going to meet prior to that and go over and decide who you're going to call in?
I guess we'll just call them all in. We'll interview all of them.
Who's going to get them?
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a
We'll
good
get
question. What's the mail, it'll be at post office?
Who said he had any problem
Or
going
you
to
just
the
got
mail
one
post
wrong.
office box?
No, and I'd be happy to set the interviews up if you'd like me to.
Okay.
That'll be good.
15-minute interval starting at 5 o'clock.
15 minutes is long enough.
For an interim. So we're putting it in this ad that those applications will go to Cindy's post office box, is that correct? Is that what we're?
Well, you're gonna need,
No, to the rec
It's
center,
come
but
your-
Cindy will
it's
get
come
them.
yours.
Pardon?
They'll go to the rec centers.
Well, let me ask you this, is that, I mean, I'm just asking, would that not be is that a conflict or anything for someone to apply and then send it to to you all to go over.
Your motion says to send it to box 306.
Wouldn't be a
That's correct, sir.
Wouldn't be a conflict.
Well, I mean, for her to pick them up, open them,
Well,
go.
read it, and she's gonna have to get your bills
I
input.
mean, I just didn't know.
Somebody's gonna
I
have
have
to
the
get your
keys
bills
to the
up.
mailbox.
She's got a key to the mailbox.
Lisa's been getting the mail since she's been here.
It's not a sealed bid.
Won't be no problem as long as she don't open it.
Well, I mean,
Well, we can
I
get it long as
was
they don't
asking, I
open
didn't
it.
Well,
know.
they've got a
I'll
schedule.
tell it gets stuff here.
Yeah.
It'll make number 2 picks it up.
Free to get it, she's at the courthouse working. I'm right to send it.
Maybe not then, I don't know.
So do we need a motion for the board to approve Cindy to pick up the mail? Who's gonna get the mail?
Rita's picking up the
Rita's getting the
mail.
mail.
Okay?
She's gonna give them to Cindy. Cindy's gonna schedule
No, I wouldn't think
the
you would.
interview. I'll make a motion to that. You want a motion?
If you don't need one, whatever, I'm just trying to get on to something else.
I was just trying to work, right, I was just trying to figure out something that would work, that'd be practical, some way to,
Well, I'm gonna pick up the mail. Is that, you want me to pick up the mail? Is that correct?
Yep.
yeah, have somebody pick it up, somebody pick it up, post box. I'll tell you, pick up the mail. And if there's, yeah, pick it up.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any trouble really picking it up, taking it to Cindy?
I think that's
Cindy's
what
got
it'll be.
If not, that's what we'll do.
Do you want to screen the applicants before you schedule interviews, or you're going to interview everyone?
Everybody, we will for the interim director.
Okay,
You can
so
all-
are you giving me the liberty then to look at those and go
Yes.
ahead and make the appointments?
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll have to.
That's
Yeah,
March the 12th,
she needs to
beginning at 5 o'clock, 15-minute
I don't know what you
increments.
want to do.
We'll just give it to her right now.
I know that one's for, it's not an interim, it's for
Bring
a
a couple
regular.
pieces with
Well,
you when you come in.
If you want to apply, then it
You shouldn't have to apply again if I'm giving it to you, that's what I'm saying.
can, okay.
Application's already been
I'll let
accepted.
her. You're just doing all the work.
Well, then here, I'll hold it until it is.
What's that?
No.
Okay. Do we have any questions on that now? We've got a meeting, our next meeting is March 12th at 5 p.m.
No.
And that purpose of that meeting is to interview for a interim director here at the rec center. Everybody on the same page?
Yep.
Now, we have set a date to interview the applicants, have we? Or have we not?
And for the regular,
Right, we've set a date for the,
Set a date
we
for
set
the-
our advertising.
You have a
but we never-
regular meeting on the 19th. Applications for the regular one is deadline of the 13th. You should be able to take care of it that night, I would think. Make sure it's on your agenda.
That's a pretty good point. But we need to notify those people to be here for the interview though. Right?
Cindy will be getting those also, because Rita will be picking them up and giving them to her.
Not if you have an intern.
Huh?
Not if you have an intern. The intern can take back over and do it.
no, just let Rita continue with what she's
You're not-
gonna do. give
You're
them
still
to
looking
Cindy.
3 to 4 weeks before you're going to have an interim.
There's not a reason to change it up from one to the other. Just let Rita continue to get the mail. And as the applications come for the regular 911 or the regular director for the rec center, let her give them to Cindy and Cindy can schedule them. You want them scheduled on the same night as the meeting, bud, or you're gonna do that another night and take
It needs
action?
to be another night, it's too much to have it all.
Yeah, it probably would
But you
be.
can review them there,
We
which
could,
ones you want to interview.
And you wouldn't want your interim director seeing those applicants anyway,
No.
if they say,
Right.
Right, they may throw them out. They ain't nobody here but me.
we could,
13th. About that Thursday before.
what I was thinking is if we could interview them maybe, right, a day or two before, then we could take action on that. What would be a date before there that we could interview them?
When's the next meeting scheduled?
19th.
The 18th is, the
Oh,
Thursday before, I don't know what I'm thinking.
March
Monday.
18th is Monday.
Monday, the 18th,
Then you have another meeting, the 19th. Y'all want to come to 2 meetings, 2 nights in a row?
if we're gonna get this done, we're gonna need to do something.
Okay, Monday, the 18th, interview.
Starting at 5 o'clock, 15-minute intervals.
Yeah.
Cindy's gonna take care of it.
Any objections? Comments? If not, we got all the dates set now, we got the dates in the advertisement.
When I'm setting up the appointments, if the person would request someone to talk to, who would I refer them to? If
What
they
would they
have
need?
questions or whatever.
About,
We'll get you that information.
about,
Job position.
As far as salaries and stuff, or responsibilities?
Just if they say, well, I'd like to ask someone a question about the job, I'm not gonna know any answers, of course, it wouldn't be my place anyway. But who would I tell them to call?
It's you, bud.
Well, usually they do that during, last time they did that during the interview.
Well, somebody, it may not happen, I just wanna know who.
No, I know, but
just have a
Right,
call
but it's a legitimate question.
I'll call
At what number?
at 304-460-5224,
5224.
5224.
Good luck getting it.
Have these like AG.
I'll tell them to show up at whatever the date, on,
With all questions.
right. Okay, getting back to, where we was at before we got down to trying to transact some business that we had skipped, or in setting some kind of goal and moving forward. We have the suggestion that we hold a workshop, invite other public agencies here to get input from other agencies as to what we might be able to do here at the rec center. We never set any date on that. Do we want to set a date on that before we get a director hired, or do we want to make this our priority to hire a director, then set a date for that?
Just my personal thinking, but if we had a date already, we could be reaching out to these people, like representatives from these people, and give them a date.
As early as possible, so they can.
Well, and I mean, at least they have something planned. If we hire a director and say, we'd like to get together a week from now, we may not get the people we want there, and maybe that's not the right way of thinking. And I want everyone here,
Yeah,
to I'm not trying to set
I
up
think it is.
meetings that we absolutely have.
If you don't have time, you know, they may make other plans. So the earlier you tell them, the more chance they'll make their plan to be with us instead of somewhere else.
What's the date?
So you don't feel better there.
How about March 2014?
The 19th, I'm putting somebody on. The following week of the 19th is the 24th through the 30th.
Brian, that's when we're in West Virginia Secretary of Counties.
Okay, then the first week of April, that's spring break if anybody's got, it'll make any difference. 1st through the 6th. Just say what, anybody, somebody say something. What do you think, bud?
Well, by that time, we should have a director on board, so, but we could go ahead and advertise that date.
How about Tuesday the 2nd?
when's Easter?
The 31st.
March?
31st of March.
Okay.
Yep.
What was that date again, Brian?
Tuesday the 2nd?
April. Okay.
What time?
6 o'clock?
What's this one for?
The workshop.
All the people are gonna, they're gonna get together with.
All these suggestions.
I know 4-H won't be here that night because we're meeting
Second one.
over there
April.
at 6 o'clock with WVU.
Well, Surely they could send some representative of something.
At what time did you say? 6 o'clock?
6 is.
6 o'clock
Was meeting for 4
I
inches.
didn't hear. It's at 6?
Yeah.
That's probably pretty good.
What time? Tuesday, April the 2nd.
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
I cut some indication.
I was right, and I can't think and write at the same time. I had trouble just chewing gum. And more. And walk.
I think between now and then, we all need to do some brainstorming as to what we can come up with. I'm not sure what we can come up with, but I guess that's the starting point.
I got a question. I don't want to disturb anybody, but if one of these people calls one of us, and they may call one of us instead of calling them, are we going to be able to tell them, yes, this is a job, or, I mean, the first thing they're going to ask, are y'all going to close or not? Now,
We've already determined we're not gonna close. That's a dead.
yeah, there's been that much talk going on.
Yeah, it's not even worth discussing anymore. There's not gonna be any closure.
Okay, that's good, that's what I want.
Anybody else have any comments? Larry, you said to move forward. How are we? Give us some ideas here.
You're working together. It's a positive thing.
We've got a budget workshop coming up. We don't have a date set yet. 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there of March. Be a good idea if a couple of you guys, or Bud, or some of you would come up there and set in on that, because it's part of when we're setting things, you know. At least be there for a little bit. I think it'd be a good idea.
When is?
Well, we don't have a date set.
Oh, okay. So
Somewhere there, at the end of that first week of March.
Is it an open meeting or just
Just a workshop.
We should all be there.
Anyone else got any ideas or comments to make from the public, or anybody? Jed, do you understand how you wanna?
No, I got a question.
Okay. I thought maybe.
Somebody needs to get a hold of that West Virginia agent, get it okay, like about to do it, I can do it, or whoever, somebody on the board.
Are you gonna be here?
Sign my check.
Lisa, you take care of it tomorrow?
Unofficially today.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
time sheet. But he has to have his time sheet signed like February. He's good through the end of this month. I've taken care of it. I've taken care of it through the end of February.
They've changed a lot of things, but.
It's changed.
I think that ought to be your bookkeeper, Bud.
Pardon?
That ought to be your bookkeeper signing off on those time sheets. And
She's not the one here supervising.
Supervisor has to do it.
Supervisor has to do it.
Yeah,
That's one of, that's
that's one of their criteria.
right, that's a regulation of the.
Okay.
I can come up here every day.
Is it checks too?
No,
No.
no.
It's
They
his
sign his
time
time
sheet.
sheet as his supervisor.
I missed that part. I thought it was
Won't you
checks.
call me tomorrow?
I'm done.
Yeah,
So that's tonight.
He lost it.
third week,
Wait a second, Lisa says,
third week.
My notice runs through tonight.
uh,
Technically, I'm on vacation tomorrow. So who's taking the phone and the keys and stuff? And what do you need me to do tonight? Is there anything you need me to do and finish tonight? I told you what's on the calendar.
is it?
You need a treasurer. You really need to reappoint a treasurer. I don't know what, if you want to take that,
Let's wait
that's
till we get
fine.
some. We'll wait till we get some more.
What time do you come in tomorrow, Beth, Judge?
He's off on Fridays.
Oh,
No, don't work right, don't have to be every Monday then.
Right.
What, we need to make sure Rita's got the password to get on the computer.
There's not a password. I took it off.
Okay?
Who wants to take the responsibility of taking the phone? You say you can't, Jed? You can't take the phone and the keys? You're gonna be around there more than anybody
Take the
else.
what?
He can.
Keys and the,
His job,
No.
you're overstepping the bound with that, aren't you, Judge?
He's overstepping the bounds just being here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes, you're not.
He's not allowed to do any of this. No.
you're here as a private citizen, huh?
all right, he take the keys and then be come over to, it's kind of inconvenience.
I mean, I've got to pull up the menu. When do you want to get the menu? I mean, I need to get in there again this evening. I mean, I could lock it up in there. I just need to know who's going to take the phone.
The phone, and what are you gonna do with the key?
I can lock them up in the office up there. When
How
I
you gonna
leave.
get in again?
Rita.
I got them.
I say, how, anybody
Reed's
else?
got a key, James got a key to the
Oh, okay.
office.
You got a key to the office, James?
Yeah,
Won't you just take the other keys?
no,
The phone, you don't want?
no.
But it wouldn't pick up at my house. So it said something,
Well,
whoever
yeah,
takes the
yeah,
cell phone
you
needs
wanna-
that cell
I
service.
mean, it'd be useless for me to take it. I have no cell service.
No?
What?
You
You
wanna
don't
take the
have cell
phone?
service down there. You don't have cell service down there, do you? So, no.
Roll the number over to your regular phone.
I don't know how to do
You
that.
just call the phone company. You roll, Susie, you roll over OEM on
Ain't gonna be nobody.
the fire department. Roll that cell number to ring in at that rec center. And then somebody all there needs to go there.
It's 32.
What is it, Dave? Star 75. And you tell them you want the 266-0020 roll over to the rec center.
Can they deny that?
Yeah, no charge. No.
What time you come in every morning?
Better be looking for
7.
somebody to
7?
pay minimum wage and answer
Every
the
morning?
phone.
Well, if we could find another, if we could get another senior person, then that would be great.
How much time are you
I've
talking?
been
That's what I'm
trying,
saying.
I've been trying.
3 hours a day, 4
How
hours
much
a
time are you
day.
talking about to get another person? Is what I'm asking.
Until you get that intern.
That's what I'm saying. We better get somebody hired here the next day or two to answer that phone,
All right.
is all I'm saying. And the time it will take to process a senior person,
Wait, hold it. I got a name here. Lisa gave me.
And you'd have to call and ask her, but she might do it.
Brandy Williams. I don't know Brandy Williams.
She's my sister-in-law. She's Gary's sister. I just know she's been looking for a job and she doesn't have one. She might be interested. But I'm guessing Daryl thinks that wouldn't be good by that look.
No, I'm gonna call Margaret.
She called me today and she wanted me to clarify
Call her back.
in the meeting that she's not doing it. She's not interested.
we're not getting anywhere. We need to contact some people tomorrow, but I'll help you contact somebody. You give me a number, I'll be happy to call somebody, do whatever you need.
Can not one of your cooks,
Uh-uh.
can Bernadine not come and answer your phone?
She don't want to do that. You can ask her, but I don't think she wants to do that. She does not want to be responsible for stuff like that. She wants to come, cook, and be
Well,
done.
who's the other one? That
The other one,
cook?
they work.
Oh.
But we're just going to get hold of some people tomorrow, right? See who wants to do it.
Can you get a hold of, does anybody know Brandy Williams? Does anybody have an introduction to Brandy Williams?
I know her.
Yeah, Brian knows her. Yeah.
Anybody have any problem with her?
Do you want to call her?
I'll
I'm
call. Bud can call. I don't know, just whatever.
Well, you can call her. Lisa, call right now.
Well, one thing about her is if she would get in a bind, she could probably call you easy enough and get the answer. to
Right,
it.
yes, because she does have my personal number.
I don't know her.
Where she live?
No, it's not even that much.
Now, is this gonna be a
This would just answer the phone, isn't it?
7-hour day?
I'll call her.
You call 40 hours a
That's what I
week?
was just getting ready to ask. How many hours a day are you talking about?
Pardon?
How many hours a day are you talking about?
3 hours, 11 to 2. We don't need someone here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't think so either.
It brings in the
When'd you-
phone
when'd your phone
number
start
there,
ringing,
they'll
Lisa?
leave a message, you can call back.
Check the answering machine.
Exactly.
How many phone calls do you get here a day?
It varies. Most of them come to my cell phone. I tell people to call it.
How many phone calls do you get a day on your cell phone?
How many you get?
Some days maybe 2 or 3.
That's for here, not for
Other days 15
personal.
to 20. They're
Camp's
not up
going
there,
on.
maybe 2 to 5. It varies. It's just day to day. There's no.
But this time of year, there's just not too many calls.
You're right.
Can we some way roll it over to go to Cindy or something like that? We're really gonna put you to work.
Well, I would be willing, if it's not going to be ringing constantly, if we're already in a financial pinch, I hate the thoughts of having to spend extra money for these things, so,
it's their call, but.
I can't imagine there being that many phone calls.
Me neither, Brian.
Not this time of the year.
Not right at this moment, anyway.
About the only thing you're gonna get is someone wants to cancel, or, or maybe somebody call wanting to rent something.
I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot.
Let's just have it roll
Let's do
over.
that. Have it roll.
Let's have it roll over to the county's administrative assistant, send
And
in,
she-
do away with this whole thing.
Right, and take Lisa's calendar, and then that way you know what's going on.
We'll tell Lisa that's off.
Have somebody tell them, please.
Leave
Better
us,
get this
bud.
meeting going, I'm out of coffee.
No, I'm good, well.
Leave us,
I
bud.
agree with you.
Leave us.
I will, when she gets back here, I'm gonna adjourn.
Okay. Perfect.
Who we got calling for you, and, but who's gonna call the commissioner? No, we never decided.
If I can call and give him information for Judd, I'll be more than happy to do that tomorrow. But
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
Well,
Lisa, can I call?
board member.
It
Tell
should be
them.
a board member, I think.
Okay.
Who's got the number? You got the number, Judge?
It's in this one.
What am I gonna tell them if they ask about a supervisor? I'm gonna tell them
It's gonna
a
be
board
both.
member is directly supervising them. That's what you agreed to do, right? Yeah. And you agreed to sign every
It's in
time?
themselves.
Right now.
Right here, on my right.
That's right. Where's what it is? What's the name of it? And Joe, that's no going, he's not.
He's your office.
Okay, how do I put your number there, Joe? Put your home number. 7-6.
76.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
I'll call. What? Yeah, the buck, you want to take these seats that you're coming up there?
I need it, I can get it. Pretty
Just give them a bottle. And we'll let someone hold it.
What, somebody has to take it?